Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to run infrastructure scans or network scan using Nessus. Nessus is a very good tool to perform these network security assessments. Okay, so let me quickly log into my Nessus, and first let me create a default scan template or policy as per the need. Okay, so let me click on the policy and create a new policy, and here you can see different kinds of scans. So let me go to the advanced scan. So the reason why I'm going to advanced scan is we can configure everything in the advanced scan. So there are multiple scans here. So coming to the internal PCI network scan, so it's going to audit as per the standards of PCI. So PCI is nothing but Paycard Institute, and the DSS is nothing but data security standards. Okay, so let me go to advanced scan, and first let me name the scan as test. Okay, it's just a random name, so you can give it as your wish. Okay, so now you can also add the description here. Coming to the discovery, keep the ping as on. Okay, so based on your needs you can also enable all this information. And coming to the port scan, you need to give all the ports instead of the default ones. So let me add the ports, so it's going to scan all the ports. Okay, you can also perform sync scan or UDP scans. And coming to the service discovery, it's will default. And go to the assessment, it's can brute force, you can like add like test default accounts. Okay, so coming to the advanced option, you can also enable the safe checks on scan IP addresses in random order to scan more, to stay more stealthy. Okay, and coming to here, so you can scan max number of hosts per seconds to 30. Okay, and the TCP max number of concurrent TCP currents to 800, and max number of concurrent TCP sessions per scan to 2000, not to stress the network. Okay, and now let's go to the credentials tab. So if you have credentials, you can perform authentication scan. Okay, currently I'm not going to perform any kind of authentication scan. And let's go to the plugins. So if you see here, it's going to, these are the plugins, like just like add-ons. So in this add-on, so local security checks is going to check all these things. If you want, you can enable or disable this. So sometimes it's not allowed to perform DOS attack, or in other terms denial of service attacks. So while performing any organization scan, either you, based on the requirement, you either enable it or disable it. Okay, so in my case, so this is how you can disable all the 110 scans of denial of service. Okay, in my case I am going to enable it, as I am going to do that on a test server. Okay, let me click on the save. So the policy is ready for us, and the policy name is test. Okay, now let's go to my scans, create a new scan, and go to the user defined, and you can choose this as policy, or else you can also choose the advanced scan and you can give everything manually there. Okay, so let me select the default scan, and let me give the target. So this is the target IP I'm going to scan. So you can give the IP address. So if you want to scan the internal networks as well, so here you can scan like 192.168.0.1 to 24. It's going to scan all the devices. Okay, or else you can also give like, if you want to scan only till 5 hosts, so in this case I mean 5 local IPs, you can give like this 168.0.5. so it's going to scan for 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, it's not going to scan anything else. Instead of that, you can also give the list of IPs. So I want to scan some other things else, so let me give a random IP. Okay, so you can also scan like this, or you can also give the URL, direct website URL, like such as facebook.com, and you can also upload the targets via file. So you can have the IPs, list of IPs in the file, and you can also add them. Okay, so that's it. So in my case, I'm going to scan only one IP. So you can also save it on launch. Okay, in my case, I'm going to launch it directly instead of saving it. So if you click on that, so it's going to say on launch the scan. The scan has been started. So it will take time to run the scan. So let me pause this video. Once the scan is done, we'll resume it and we'll analyze the report. Okay. So the scan has been started and it's still at 0%. So we need to wait till it get 100% to complete the full scan. Okay. Now the scan has been done. So if you see here, there are only 10 informative bugs. Okay, there are no critical or high or medium or low informative bugs for us to discuss. Okay, so hence I'm not going to give you brief descriptions. Okay, so let's go to the report. Let's generate a report. Click on report and click on PDF file. So you can, it depends what report you are going to generate, executive summary report, or it depends on if you want custom. You can also select custom. Okay, let me go to the custom and let me group by the hosts and the vulnerabilities, and if you want you can check, if you don't want you can also uncheck these things. So I'm not going to do anything, I'm going to leave it as default and I'm going to generate the report. Okay, so it's going to take time to generate the report and let's wait. So the report has been generated. So this is the how the UI look for the report, and you can share this report with the clients. Okay guys, thank you so much.